Hey guys, welcome back to another Gaming Memories video. Here we are taking a look at Armed Fighter that was released for the PlayStation 1 in Japan only back in late 1998, early 99, and this game was exclusive to the Japanese region only, and it is a sci-fi based fighting game that is set in the future where you fight using specific characters that have various and unique enhancements and abilities, where some of them can be wearing unique type of armor pieces or even have cybernetic or robotic enhancements, as you can see from the screen. Now, as there were a lot of PlayStation games, as there were a lot of fighting games on the PlayStation, you had excellent titles with the likes of the Tekken series, you had Mortal Kombat, you had Street Fighter, all big franchises. There was so many fighting games on the system. It's quite incredible to think that what was available. But not only that, the fact is that if you're not familiar with the games that were released in Japan also has an incredible catalogue of fighting games also. Some of them were really good, but at the same time there was also some very mixed and more to the point low quality type of games. This is kind of somewhere in between. As I'm going through the likes of the videos in this channel, not only do I want to play the older type of games, but I also do want to experience other and newer type of games that I never got to experience back in the day, and a lot of them I've never even heard of. So I definitely wanted to take the chance to experience them, and now that share my experiences with all you guys, because some of you out there may not even know a lot about these games, or some of you might for the most part. And from having played it myself and spending a bit of time with it, all in all it's not a bad game, but I will admit there are a lot of better fighters out there on the system. Like I mentioned, you have the more mainstream ones like Tekken, there's Soul Blade or Soul Edge as it was known in other regions. You have the Street Fighter series, there was Bloody Roar series, Dead or Alive. There was a lot of really cool fighting games, very fast paced and frantic fighting games. This game, I will admit from having played it, even though it's not overly bad, but it's nowhere near as refined as a lot of those games. I do like the graphics in it, even though they're not as refined as the other games as I've mentioned, as it focuses more on anime style visuals, which to be honest I love Japanese anime style graphics, even drawings and so forth. So this is quite a unique touch, but at the same time the gameplay doesn't reflect how the game looks, as even though it does play okay, but the controls and even the physics do feel quite clunky and a bit delayed. Sometimes when you're pressing the button, there's a lot of times that you just find that the moves don't fully respond to what it is that you're trying to do, and the camera can be a bit off-putting as well. The camera can screw up the fight for you as well, because as it pans around you can get lost in motion pretty much of knowing where exactly you're supposed to be at any time, and it is also difficult to win against the computer AI. Even on an easier difficulty, you find that it can be very difficult. You'll get through a few fights with the help of a few base moves that you can use to counter certain attacks, but a lot of the time you find that the AI can counter a lot of your attacks just as quickly, which can definitely hinder your progress. You'll find that you'll have to play the game quite a few times just to get through one fight, and for most people it might be alright, but for a lot of others you might find that you'll get annoyed or get bored with it very quickly. Now, all in all, it's not a bad game, but it's definitely not the best fighter in the system. Like I mentioned, there are tons of better fighting games out there for sure that are worth exploring and worth playing, but these type of games are still worth playing and experiencing, because again, a lot of them are they're underrated or they're pretty much unknown, so they are worthwhile exploring, because like the PlayStation itself has a huge catalogue of games. It's quite incredible the amount of games that were released, and especially in the likes of Japan, and I'm getting to explore and experience a lot of these games now. That's why I'm making all these type of videos to share them with you. Now, not all the games are great, I will admit. There definitely are some games that do leave you with a few questions, but at the end of the day, for me personally, they are worth experiencing anyway, because I do love the PlayStation 1. It is my favourite console of all time, and I want to try and experience everything that it has to offer, and now we have the means to do that through emulation, or even if you can get access to copies of the game, like if you buy physical copies online. Now, you will pay a hefty premium for some of them, but if you're a game collector and you like collecting physical copies, there's no harm in having a look at trying to get samples of them if you can. This game itself is worth a try, although you'll know from playing it that it's not as good as a lot of other fighters out there, but again, it's still worth the experience is to try it out. But if you're looking for something different and just to experience all of the different types of games that were available, this is another one of those games that you should at least try. Even if whether you like it or not, it's totally up to yourself. But again, a lot of these type of games are worth just trying out, just to experience them at least once. And I would love to know your thoughts on this game if you have played Armed Fighter for the PlayStation 1. And if so, do you know much about the game and what are your experiences with it? Be sure to share it down in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more of these unique style videos where I do other gameplay style videos and reviews of other types of fighting games that were released not only just in Japan but throughout the PlayStation's history, then be sure to leave a like on the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be updated when future videos are released. And do feel free to check around the channel, as I have provided other reviews and gameplay style videos of other types of fighting games that were also released on the system back in the day. So be sure to check those videos out, and until next time, make sure to keep playing those classic games and enjoying them, and keep those gaming memories alive.